we learn from the Rambam on Wednesdays we learn from the Rambam that we should learn Rambam on Wednesdays. Okay, so this is a very controversial halacha, and you got to remember the Rambam always starts with the big, and then gets down to the details of it. So focus on the big story, not the little story. A woman who studies Torah will receive reward. However, the reward will not be as great as a man's reward for the same effort, and that is because a person who performs a deed voluntarily doesn't get the same reward as the person who was commanded to do a specific mitzvah. That is because, ask any teenager, if your parent says, go clean your room, no. But if the kid says, you know what, I need to clean my room, they go and they do it. And that's effectively why you don't get the same reward. Okay, even though she will receive a reward, the sages commanded that a person should not teach his daughter Torah, because most women cannot concentrate their attention on study. And this and thus transform the words of Torah as idle manners because of the lack of understanding. Now we're talking about most, and we're not talking about women nowadays who are generally trained in the same education system as a man. Back at the time of the Rambam, women weren't trained. A lot of them would just learn at home. Thus our sages declared, whoever teaches their daughter Torah is like one who teaches her tales and parables, in the sense that you're teaching her stuff that she's not going to use and she'll make fun of it. This applies to the oral Torah. That means the halacha, working through the Gemara. And generally women say, what are you getting into all this silliness? Who cares about this and that? Yes, most women, that's what happens. Where in regard to not every woman, and there's many lawyers and women who don't get that way. With regard to written law, at the outset, one should not teach one's daughter. However, if one teaches her, it is not considered as she was taught idle things. Which means if a girl comes and says, I want to learn, open up Gemara, I want to learn the Rambam, in my understanding, which is necessarily the common understanding, a woman should be taught it. She has the obligation. Well, next week we'll work on what teachers are supposed to do.